morning, y'all. It is Monday, March 22nd, 7:45 a.m. and we are hiking northbound. So last night that campsite was amazing, but it got cold, man. As soon as the sun went down, you could tell the temp was dropping. But we had that fire, and that fire was nice. So I just soaked up all that heat and then got in my tent and jumped in my sleeping bag, and I slept not bad, but I would wake up from time to time. And yeah, like I said, it got pretty cold last night. This morning my fingers were numb and everything trying to put up camp. Yeah, so today I looked at gut hooks. We don't have a lot of options. There's a road at 14.1 and there's a hostel you can go to, but I just don't want to do that. There's no reason for it. But then there's 15.4. It's just like, I think it's called Davis Campground. It's this old farm foundation that's now has room for 2 tents, they say, which usually only means 1 tent. But it has a really nice view, but it's 0.4 steep down. So when we get there, we'll have to go 0.4 straight down, set up camp, and then climb out the next day. But they said there's camping on the AT there, so you don't have to go all the way down. You have to get water, but so we'll see. But the other option is 20 miles, and that's the shelter. So those are our options. That's it. So we will see what happens. And it's going to be a tough day. We have that huge climb to Chestnut Knob shelter, which is going to be brutal. So we'll have to see what happens, and we'll just go with it and see what happens and decide as the day goes on. So I am going to keep on hiking northbound, and I will get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all, so I am climbing up to Chestnut Knob shelter. I still have like 3 miles to climb. This climb is brutal. Last year I did this section southbound, and I did it on purpose because, man, this climb, just climbing up to this section is so gnarly. And the cool thing is, so when you do it southbound and you come to Chestnut Knob shelter, it's all downhill and it's just views and views, so you can just saunter downhill and enjoy the views. Doing it northbound, you'll still get the views, but you're always looking behind you and you're struggling climbing up. But I'm doing this hike northbound. So I have bad news. Wildcard and Duke had to get off. There's personal stuff at home. And so, yeah, I could tell, so he got ahead of me this morning. He was climbing, and when I got to the top, I could tell something was wrong with him. And then he told me something I'm not going to get into, but I felt horrible for him, and like, I don't even know what to tell him about it. And but he had to get off. He had no choice, and he was he was visibly upset about it. And so he, at the road crossing, he called the shuttle driver to come get him, because he has his truck parked in Bland somewhere at a hostel. So they were coming to pick him. And so when we got to the road crossing, I was saying bye to him, man. I could tell, dude. Oh man, I could tell he was just heartbroken. And I'm not gonna lie, man, it's like I said, you bond with people so quick out here. And like Wildcard was like the most chill, laid back hiking partner. Like, he was so easy to get along with. And that, I mean, I would not mind hiking with him, because the only reason I hike solo mostly is because it's hard for me to find a hiking partner that I can get along with the whole way, you know, and not just get along with, but, you know, them being okay with my inconsistencies and all that. And he was perfect. So yeah, man. And he's gonna have to get off for at least a week, if not indefinitely. So he's probably not gonna catch up unless he skips ahead. So yeah, man. And it was hard to say goodbye to Duke, so hard. But yeah, but really it was hard to say goodbye to Wildcard, man. And when I think about it too much, I start getting emotional a little bit, because I mean, we didn't hike together that long, but I mean, he feels like a brother to me, you know. And yeah, man, and that's through hiking. And just like that, there was one. Yep. Well, I'm gonna keep on hiking northbound, and I will get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all, so I made it up to Chestnut Knob shelter and finished the never-ending climb. Man, that climb is brutal and it's so drawn out. Man, it's a never-ending climb, but I made it in somehow. It's like those gobstoppers. Remember when we were kids? You suck on them and suck on them, suck on them till there was nothing left. Did y'all ever do that? Me neither. I never finished a gobstopper all the way down. Just like a Tootsie Roll Pop. Never, man. It's impossible for me. If you ever did finish a gobstopper all the way down, let me know in the comments. But I still probably won't believe you. But here's Chestnut Knob Shelter. Elevation 4,409 feet. And I think we need to do a review and a rating. So let's go do this. All right. So we see this shelter. It's obviously 4 walls, has a door, not like your typical shelter. And you can see there's windows on the side. There is a fire ring, but there is definitely something missing out here. That should be here, and it is not. We're not even going to talk about it because it's just going to get us upset. Let me see. Is it over here? No, I didn't think so. Oh, but there it is. See, let me see if I can see it because the sun, the privy is right there. There's the privy. All right, let's go in here. Dang, that door is loud. So, here we go. They put the picnic table inside. All right, I like that. That is actually nice when it's cold. And check this out. Candles. Man, I like candles. I like those smelly candles that you buy, like the fruity smelly ones. Okay, so let's see. We have, man, these are huge bunks. I guess they're just for one person, but man, they are. Let me give you some perspective. So yeah, this is really wide and nice. And you can tell they varnished the wood. And so there is one upstairs, and there is one right there. And then we'll go over here. So there's a window, another window, and 1, 2. So you could probably fit like 3 people down there. And then there's one up there, another window, and then this is the view from this side. Call if you'd like to discuss the pros of socialism. That would be a very short call because there really are not many pros to socialism. Just my opinion, just my opinion. So let's see what's on these walls. Let's see what's up here. There's fuel up here. What's this? Canister? Empty. And empty. What's this? Mints, empty. Lighter. Let's see if this lighter works. Lighter doesn't even work. What in the world is that? Man. More candles. Yeah, there's just a bunch of junk up here. I love how people are like, well, I'll leave this up here. Maybe someone can use it. And there's nothing in it. Oh, and look, there's a log, one of these burning logs. And it looks like mice. I shouldn't be touching that. Mice definitely chewed into it. I got mice germ all over my hands. And what is this? Let's see what's in here. We have a thin flashlight. Thin flashlight. Try me. It says try me. Let's try it. Whoa, it works good. And I'm almost tempted to take this. It's light too. Man, I think I might end up taking this. Let me put it down here. It's not bad. So, yeah, man, this shelter is pretty cool. I like that it's enclosed. That's definitely nice. And the picnic table inside, huge bonus. The picnic table's rough, but it's one of the long ones. But it's inside. And the bunks are spacious. I'm gonna give this shelter a 9. I'm gonna give it a 9 because it's pretty decent and it looks like it could withstand some serious weather. And I like the wide bunks and the picnic table inside. The some of the graffiti. So that's why I gave it a 9, not a 10. And oh, look at this. It even has a fireplace. Man, I didn't see the fireplace. Maybe I should give it a 10 now. And this person, maximum effort, giving these people props for their fire flames. Even though they look nothing like flames. They look like some weird plant with orange leaves. Yep. And the picnic table, since it's inside, and it's rough though, so I'm going to give it a 7. 7, it's fair. And I like the candles, but that's part of the shelter. So, yeah, I guess, man, I think I might take this little flashlight. All right, well, that's Chestnut Knob Shelter. Solid 8. Wait, I gave it a 9. Table 7. All right, and I will get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all, so I am at Davis Farm Campsite. So this is the trail that goes 0.4. So you see a blue blaze back there and the trail looks rough. I bet you there's blowdowns all over the place. So this is where we're planning on going. So there's a little campsite, a foundation down there. And then the water is 0.1 past that. So that's 0.4 down to the campsite, 0.1 to the water, and 0.4 back tomorrow. It's 3:15 now. So it's still fairly early, especially now that it stays lighter out longer. So the shelter, there's a shelter at 3.5 and it's mostly downhill. I just have a few bumps. And then right below the shelter at 3.6 is awesome camping. I remember it from last year. So I'm just going to go ahead and push forward to that spot, and I'm just not recording a lot. And I just got off this ridge, and I would say it's probably like 4 miles. The worst maintained section since Springer. I mean, blowdowns every like 20 feet, sometimes every like 6-10 feet. And the funny thing is, you can tell some of them were intentional, like the branches were dragged across the trail. And we noticed that when I was hiking with the Blazing Bakers, Jonathan, me and him were talking about it. Like, you could tell that it wasn't a natural fall, that someone had dragged it. And so there's all these like branches and stuff across the trail. So I wonder if it was from last year when they were trying to keep people off. Maybe this maintainer, this person who does this section, is a Sandra fan and a non-hiker like Sandra, because we all know Sandra don't hike. So I don't know why she's president of the ATC. It makes no sense, especially with all that underhanded stuff. I try to be quiet about this stuff, but when I come to sections like this and it looks intentionally sabotage, I can't help but think of Sandra, because I know how her kind is. They like to sabotage stuff. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm done. So anyways, 3.6, I think I can make it. It's 3:15. I should be able to get there easily by 5, so that'll be cool. There's plenty of water down there. Yeah, so I am going to try to bust it out as quick as I can, do some recording, not a lot. And when I get down there, I will get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all, so I made it to Jenkins Shelter. So yeah, I got here, so I walked down. It's only 0.1, not even. Walked down there, and the campsites weren't that good at all. I must have remembered wrong, because I went down there and I was like, nah, this isn't that good. So I just came back up here. I just got some water, and so I looked at gut hooks, and it's crazy. From where I camped at that spot with Wildcard and Duke to here is exactly 19 miles. And I remember a few days ago, or about a week ago, maybe even longer, I don't know, I did another section where I think it was my longest day, and it was exactly 19 miles. And this is exactly not 19.1, not 19.2, not 18.9, 19.0. I don't know how I keep doing that. But man, 19 miles and it's 4:45, so it's not bad at all. Yeah, I decided to go ahead and push it, and I'm glad I did because that one spot, man, I think it would have just been a pain in the butt. And there's nowhere else to camp. I mean, all day long, I was just on a ridge, just going up and down, snaking around, climbing, and then up to Chestnut Knob shelter was like a 3.5, 4 mile climb, just all day climbing, and then that ridge, those ridge lines, and not only the ridge, it's full of rocks, and it does those weird little things around the trees where it does the little snakes around the trees. And I know they do that to keep the erosion down, but man, it's a pain hiking those little snakes. And then yeah, and all the blowdowns. The blowdowns were crazy. And like I said, there were some where you look and you could tell it didn't naturally fall there, that someone had dragged it across the trail. So, and we noticed that the other day, and the Blazing Bakers are my witness. You could definitely tell that these trees were dragged across. So I don't get that. That's so weird. Some people are just like crazy as hell, and that's why I'm out here, because man, I can't deal with these crazy people out there in society right now. They're just nuts, man. But anyways, I keep thinking about it, so I'm just like, I just don't even. It just boggles my mind. So what I'm thinking about doing, I did see a decent spot down there, but it's like 5 o'clock now. So I'm hoping no one else shows up. So I think I'm just going to sit here and cook and edit for a little while. And if no one shows up, I think I'm just going to set up in the shelter to make it easy on myself. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. But I will get back with you before the end of the night and let you know exactly what I did. All right. Hey y'all, so I set up in the shelter. That's my setup. Yeah, so it's like almost 8 now and no one has showed up, so hopefully no one will. But yeah, if you can see, it's kind of getting dark. That's my setup. Just decided to set up in the shelter tonight, just less work, putting up my tent and everything. I like sleeping in my tent, but since no one's here, I figured. I got here kind of late and I've been editing. I still have some editing to do. I swear it takes me so long, but I mean, I don't really have nothing else to do, so why not? Um, yeah, so should be a chill night. It already is getting really chilly. That's the thing. As soon as the sun drops, it starts getting really chilly. But man, I'll be happy when it stops getting really cold at night. I like the cool days because I hike a little bit better when it's cooler out, but man, the nights, it's just, I don't know, it's getting old. I mean, I knew I was gonna have a bunch, and I know I still have a little ways to go, but man, it's getting old, no doubt. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here, man. So yep, it's just me now. Solo again. By myself. I think I was always meant to be by myself. Just people, you know, come into my life when I need them at just the right time. And then when it's time for me to do my own thing, they leave. Oh, man. But yeah, this is a really nice spot, actually. I don't know if y'all can see the view behind me. But yeah, it's nice. But man, I'll tell you what, this section that I did, the 19 miles today, brutal, man. Because it's just, well, that climb, that big climb up to Chestnut Knob shelter is tough, man. And then you're just on this ridge, like I said, man. And whew, I am beat. I haven't even looked at gut hooks to see what's up tomorrow. Man, I still can't believe that someone once upon a time said Virginia was flat. I mean, they must have been smoking crack or something. Virginia's not flat, not even close to being flat. All right. Well, I will talk with y'all in the morning. All right.